now have an oasis in our desert village area. A proper oasis, not a man-made oasis like that rich guy across the way. This is a proper oasis that I built between episodes, and I am loving the way it looks. It's pretty cool. I think it stands out next to this castle area, and it's complete with coconuts. As you can see, we've got the floating mushrooms as coconuts. Now this one's meant to be attached to the tree. In some places it kind of looks a bit awkward. Just kind of depends where you're looking at it. But we've even got coconuts on the floor. We've got these invisible stairs around them so that they don't grow anywhere. And then we've even got this falling coconut as well, which is like a mushroom floating in the air. Now, if you don't know how to do this, it's done doing update suppression, which I actually have some tutorials on how to do, and we are gonna actually play around with a bit more update suppression in this video, because I have a cool idea of what I want to do. As you can see, I've got some stuff in my inventory that I want to try out, but it requires me to kind of do a build that is going to be a bit different to what we've been doing for a long while now. In this desert village area, it's going to be quite different to this style. But yeah, update suppression basically allows you to do certain things that you wouldn't normally be able to do, like put fences, pressure plates on fences and things like that. Things you wouldn't normally be able to do in beta. But yeah, I've got a pretty cool idea of what I want to do, but I do want to show off this little area here outside the rich person's house. We've got a couple of little houses here. I'm just still chipping away at this village. Got this little one here. Not too interesting. It's got this little barn, I guess. And then I'm not sure exactly what this guy is, but he's got a nice house, nice interior here, which I quite like. I'm actually storing some stuff, some resources in here. So we're a little ways behind our base over here, so you could just make out the rich person's house there, and then this ruins here, and Hello World's boat and stuff. So that gives you an idea of where we are. This is Greffin's pyramid that he built for his cloche parkour game. And yeah, behind us, some of you who have been around for a long time may remember that the last block has a base that is just behind, just over this hill basically. And yeah, I found this little valley that I think I'm going to build in, because I'm kind of building in this like kind of cobblestone style, so I think it's only right that it's kind of between our two bases and maybe a little tucked away, so it doesn't look so bad. So I haven't really come up with a build, but I have a concept idea of sort of what I want to do. And the main feature is going to be the fact that there is going to be update suppressed levers in this build. Now, it's not going to be anything crazy. I think I just need to flatten this land a little bit, and then I think I might just have, maybe one tower here or one tower here or something, just some small generic kind of build. But the idea is that it's it's going to be a little bit of a unique kind of build in some of the resources we're using. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've made this very basic kind of build. I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of almost like Wizard Tower-esque there, but yeah, it's kind of like this single structure, sort of tucked away in this little area. I haven't added any details yet, and yeah, I've even got this sort of wall here. Obviously the rest would be protected by like the surrounding terrain, but yeah, they need like a little guard wall here. But now I think it's time to start working on some of the details, and I think first of all, I think I want to show exactly what it is I mean by having sort of glitched levers. So let me put some of this stuff away, and let me grab the essential items here, and yeah, let me show you what it is I'm talking about. And I guess maybe a good place to start would be on this wall, but we will do so. Actually, no, let's do it up there. This is where I was thinking the most, where the most of it would be. So let's get up here. Okay, so the idea is that we want this castle wall to have, obviously right now you've got a kind of generic kind of step up kind of thing where you can look out, but we want it to have like a little more spike action, right? So in case, for example, someone was standing there and they shot an arrow, the likelihood of it coming, like if you're standing here, it's gonna like hit you in the head. Whereas if we put a wall here, like a little wall, the likelihood is far less. So let's have a look at our F3 screen here. So I believe this should only be able to build along this way. So let's, do I have a more distinguishing block? I do. I'm going to use netherrack instead. It's going to be a bit easier to see. So if we do this, and let's create our 6-sided piston, like that. Now if you don't know what this is sort of how you basically update suppress in beta Minecraft. So we want to create our 6-sided piston here like this, and then we're going to get ready to power it. And basically, yeah, we're going to power it like this, and then we're going to place a lever on this block here. And it's going to change from looking something like this to something completely different. Now this is going to crash my game, but upon relogging, we should be set. Alright, and here we go. We are back. And as you can see, we've got this really strange shaped lever right here. So now I'm just gonna get rid of this for now. Oh, we got that back. Got that too. And yeah, there we go. Now we've got this strange lever sitting here, and it's got like the actual lever part on it too. And the cool thing about this is you can actually interact with it, and it still works as a normal lever. Now there is obviously this little bit that sticks out, but with all things considered, that's a pretty convincing little piece of wall right there. Especially if you're looking at it from this angle. I mean, that's a wall. That's a wall right there. Undeniably. Now the reason it's facing this way, and I can't control which way it faces, unfortunately, is this hammer part, or I guess this actual, you know, wooden lever part, will always face F0. So no matter how you do this glitch, the handle itself will always face F0, which can be annoying, obviously. Like if you're wanting to incorporate this and you really don't want the notch there, like you're gonna have to think about how you want to build this. But I sort of knew the way this direction was gonna face, and I thought, you know, it doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna add a few of these, pretty much on every single major point on this wall, and then we're gonna jump down there and have a look at yeah, sort of what it looks like. Oh, and by the way, this sort of acts exactly like a lever. Like, there is no difference between this and a real lever. It just looks funny, that's all. Like, you can place blocks around it. You can, you know, you can power pistons with it and everything like that. Yeah, it just looks funny, that's all. So yeah, I'm going to go through the process of basically adding, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these sort of thing. And yeah, then we'll jump down and see how it looks. Okay, so that was the last one now. Let's flick all these down. I mean, already just on here you can see that the pillars look kind of interesting. But yeah, let's get down there. Alright, there we go. So that is what we're looking at right now. And it's a very subtle difference, you know, like I feel like if you weren't paying attention, you might not even notice it. I didn't think the wood would be as distracting as it is, but I feel like maybe it's distracting. Maybe that's just me though. But yeah, definitely when you're looking at it like this, I mean, you can see the difference. Like that's such an interesting. Like, you would never see that anywhere in beta. Like if you're playing beta, you don't expect to see something as pointy as that, you know, like out of cobblestone, I guess. So yeah, kind of a subtle little extra addition there, which I think is kind of cool. And I think somewhere else that it'll be cool is maybe along this wall as well. And again, it's not like a crazy huge thing. Like you know, like I said, you might not even notice it if you weren't looking. But I don't know, it just makes an interesting difference. I think it's a really interesting thing to build with. I really wanted to experiment with building with this. So this whole build, like its whole purpose is just so that I can test a couple of things with this and yeah, and see what can come out of it. And I think the next place I want to try it is maybe on this wall. Just really detail up this wall a bit, and like, you know, with more than just the levers. I also want to have, you know, some slabs and stuff in there as well, and just yeah, and just see how it looks with, and then no, I guess without, and then with. So yeah, let's detail up this wall. Okay, so the wall is all detailed now, very simple stuff. So now I'm just gonna kind of pick places where I think they can go. So like I think maybe there. I don't know how to make this maybe not too symmetrical. Maybe one there. I think it would be cool to have maybe two. I don't know, we'll see. And I think just, you know, placing one or two randomly along the wall would be very cool. So let's start with this one. I'm gonna need my netherrack. I just use this just oh, I broke my fence. That's okay, I'll place that in a minute. But yeah, I just use this just to make it easy to place the pistons on. Perfect. This is not in the right place. Oh my god, it's a pink sheep. I'm gonna post that to r/Golden Age Minecraft. Oh my god, it's another pink sheep. Alright, there we go. So there's our first one in there, and it, you know, you look at that and it's really just like another, it's nothing revolutionary, it's really just like another detail in the fence, you know? And I think that's cool. I think that's cool that we have access to really just another one of these kind of building blocks. It's always good to have, you know, these kind of glitches that don't break as well. You know, some of them do break, and I understand that some people are probably deterred from using them because they're worried that they're going to break. But one like this, I mean, it's literally just a retextured, well, rejigged kind of piston, so lever, sorry, so you don't really even have to worry about it. Similar to like the 6-sided pistons, you don't really have to worry about them unless you break them, you know. So it's kind of useful. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, I don't know how to feel about, obviously, you know, there's not much I can do about the actual lever part, but I don't know, done correctly, this looks cool. The cool thing about this as well is that you can place these levers. I mean, they're levers. You can place them right next to each other, just like this. And, yeah, I mean, like, they act pretty much the same. Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay, we're back. So yeah, like I was saying, you can put two of them side by side, and you shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, as you saw, I just kind of crashed, and yeah, I'd say don't do this, you know, so casually on your single player world. You know, you can definitely corrupt your world doing stuff like this. I'm pretty comfortable doing it on a server because it's, you know, it's hosted like on a server and a external server, and you know, it's all backed up and stuff pretty easily, so it's pretty easy to kind of fix any issues that come along. So yeah, just be careful if you're doing stuff like this. But yeah, pretty cool. Like, I mean, look at this little pocket of detail here. It's quite nice. Alright, but I think you get the idea. I'm not gonna continue on this wall. I think that's good enough, but you know, I think you get the idea. There's some little extra additions you can make detail wise, and I'd say this here probably looks the best. I mean, again, like from this angle you can't see the little notch on the other side, so this definitely looks the best angle. So yeah, I guess it's up to preference whether you find that little notch annoying when it comes to detailing a wall like this, or you know, a castle tower. It depends how you feel about it, but yeah, I think it's definitely worthwhile doing. The next thing I want to try doing is maybe making some kind of window shape. So maybe just in the wall here, maybe just like a window kind of section here. I added this little detail here, kind of cleaned up the inside a little bit in here. That's for later. And yeah, I think the next thing we're gonna add is maybe just like a little window. I don't know, maybe on both sides. We'll see. Okay, so let's play around here. I made a little outline because I think it might look better. But, yep, pretty much the same process. Hello, he wants to learn. Hello, Ryan. Okay, so let's, yeah, basically just do the same thing. Okay. So now if we get rid of this, like, let's see how this looks. That's not what I wanted. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. I guess there's probably a way to do that normally, if you just have one flicked up and one flicked down. Anyway, let's place that in, and let's see how this looks. I'm curious to see what kind of effect this has. If we take a step back, if it looks any good as like a window. I don't know. It doesn't really look like anything, I guess. It's sort of like, why would it be there? Why would that be the window? Not sure. Not sure if I'm sold on that. I wonder if I do something like put some glass behind it. So if I... can I reach this? Oh yeah, I can. Bang. If I do something like that, I wonder if that will make it stand out a little more. I mean, I'm not a crazy good builder, okay? Like, you know, compared to someone like Ryan. Okay, yeah, you can't really see it. Yeah, I'm just kind of experimenting. It's just a bit strange. I don't know. Maybe it's just because there's so much cobblestone. This might look better if there weren't so much cobblestone in the way, you know? Like, I feel like it's getting muddled up in the cobblestone when it comes to this window design, which, like, is kind of what I wanted for the, you know, for the wall. You want it to be kind of muddled up in there, and you don't really notice the detail. And same with this. I mean, you want to kind of, you know, it's supposed to fit in with the wall, whereas this is like, I don't know, it stands out that it doesn't stand out. I don't know if that makes sense. I just thought maybe it would look interesting as like a window design, but I guess not. I'm just gonna leave it there though, because I feel like, why not? Why not? And if we come in here, there's I wrote down a little mic for emergency invasion. It doesn't make any sense because, you know, this is like a medieval castle, but I wanted to experiment because I feel like this would look cool if we... I have too much stuff in my inventory. This is going to be a little bit tricky to do in this space. It's going to be a bit annoying, but... So now if we go and put some slabs around this... This looks kind of like a microphone. Again, I think the fact that this is like a stone wall is kind of ruining it a little bit. Maybe if we... Let's put some here. Look, this whole thing is just basically one big concept idea, okay? So... Look, I'm not here for the perfect designs, but this looks kind of like a microphone. If you stand in front of it, I mean, it looks kind of like a microphone. You know, like this is maybe the holder, and then this is the microphone itself. I think it kind of works. And I guess in this room, the idea would be that there would be maybe like some speakers here. If we get rid of that, and we put like a note block there, it's kind of like a speaker. Maybe those things are like connected somehow, I don't know. And it would like blast off. I guess it doesn't really make any sense for the microphone to lead to a speaker that's in this room. I mean, this is definitely you can talk from across the room and hear someone very easily, but whatever. It's all about the concept idea, okay? Don't laugh at me. This is just an idea, you know. It could be a microphone. I think that's kind of a cool idea. Okay, maybe that microphone idea did not hit, okay? But I've got one more idea. Here's my fences so that I know what to build after this. But my last idea is a blacksmith. Okay, this is my last idea. I think this one should hit. Okay. Now I don't really know what I want to do here. I just laid this out arbitrarily, but I think we can do something kind of cool here. So let's maybe, honestly, maybe if we go like some slabs like this, I feel like it would be cool if we have just like a nice slabbed floor here. I'm kind of taking a little bit of inspiration mentally from the regular blacksmith in Minecraft. Now I think this might be a bit too small of a build, but okay, this is potentially the worst blacksmith you could ever build. But that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I definitely need to beef up this wall. This wall is just not working. It needs to go out one more block. That's my bad. I'll fix it. Okay, here we go. We threw together like a blacksmith kind of building. I don't know. It's like I said, it's not beautiful, but the main point is that we're putting an anvil in here, and I want to put it like right here. I think would be kind of cool. Okay, well that's gonna break that, and I'm stuck. Sick. This is so good. I really planned ahead. As you can tell, I've planned this ahead months in advance. Yes, I would never wing anything. I'm so planned. There's a block in the way. So planned, guys. So planned. Bang. All right, we nailed it. All right. Oh, God damn it. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. So here's the idea. The idea is that this is a blacksmith, and we've got an anvil and hammer here. All right, this is the next idea, and I think this is a pretty cool idea. You know, like the workman, he comes in and he's like smashing away at the hammer here. He's in this nice open bit, so it's like not too hot because he's doing manual labor, right? He's doing whatever he needs to do. This is an anvil, all right. Damn the rain. Okay, so I think the context of the area is a little lost. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make an infinite burning furnace, and to do that I need a crafting table, and to do that I need to craft the crafting table. Maybe a crafting table can go right. I don't know. Maybe a crafting table can go right there. Sure, that's a perfect place for a crafting table. The cool thing is, again, that this is actually just a lever. You know, you don't have to worry about it breaking. 2 above that aren't on, and then maybe 2 below that are. I think that would be cool. All right, and then for those who don't know what this is basically how you create an infinitely burning furnace. So this furnace will never go out. It's just gonna always be on fire, which is really cool. Alright, so let's do that again. Look at this perfect placement, calculated even. We could have some issues with this right here, but hopefully not. That's my plan. Let's put that there. Sacrifice. We did have issues. Damn it. Yeah, basically what happened there was because, like, depending on the direction you push it in by, it likes to prioritize like a certain rotation. Okay, let's get rid of these. Let's try again. Okay, it did rotate, but I prefer the way this looks than the way it did before. I think that's that's fine. Maybe it's just an extra large furnace. Okay, but you guys can see the kind of idea that I'm going with, right? There's an anvil, the furnaces. Yeah, it would be cool to have some lava here, but I don't have any on me right now. Let's put a sign there. It's in my way. But yeah, I think that's that's another cool idea, I think, to have as well. So yeah, that's kind of run through everything I kind of had in mind just off the top of my head. We've got the spikes and the pillars. We've got the pillars on the, I can't see any, on the wall there. And then we had the window, which I feel like didn't really work as well as I thought. And then this one especially, I really like the anvil. So yeah, I feel like there's quite a few different things you can do with this glitch, and I'd be really curious to see what other people come up with. That's why I like making these videos that showcase these kind of glitches and stuff. It's because it'd be great to have have the knowledge of these glitches be a bit more widespread, so that everyone starts using them and people come up with a lot of crazy and creative uses for them. Because if it's just me trying to use them, then I'm going to be limited. I've thought of a couple of things here, and this is my area, my little concept area for this glitch. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on what you think can be done with this glitch. Okay, but I think that's pretty much what I'm going to do in this area for this video. I'm going to pretty up this space between episodes because I don't want to leave it, looking like this. This does look like an unfinished project right next to the last box, which he does have some unfinished projects. But I have some ideas on how I want to pretty this area up. It's kind of a fun little project, away from what we've been working on over here. It's something a little bit different. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this little glitch, and if you have any ideas on what, any more ideas on what you think this could be used for. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Laters!